The moment has arrived.
I pushed the button. It's going to work.
This is going to be scary good, man.
I'm sorry?
We're killing it. It's Maddie Levine with my good friend Dave Van Auken. Welcome to the Fight Banana Show.
The ruthless one, Elle Dawson.
Hey, guys.
Our girl, Jillian the Savage Robertson.
What's up? How you guys doing?
Welcome to the Fight Banana Show. 1 to 2 p.m. Eastern, only on Fight Bananas.
That's right. How many
What's up,
times
Maddie?
How many times have we seen that intro? Because every time it gets me so fucking psyched. Every time. I love it.
Look at this lovely lady here just dropping bombs 2 days before Thanksgiving.
Sorry.
It's fucking okay. It's okay, Maddie. All right? It's okay. Guys, we are thankful for you. Thanksgiving. We're going to talk about thankfulness all show. Guys, hour and a half show. Dude, new person, never talked to her before. Really excited about Jade coming on the show. Karate Combat star coming on 115. Our Savage, Jillian Robertson at 2. But guys, so much to talk about. And we just saw a great UFC show in China this past weekend. There's a lot of drama out there, Maddie. I think you're a big fan. There's drama with organizations. There's drama with Conor McGregor. This is right up your alley. I think Maddie Levine is pumped.
The tea is piping hot this week.
Yes.
And it's so good. I know, like, we'll divulge into as much as possible, but there is plenty of tea to go around. But before we get into, like, the nitty gritty of that,
sure.
Are you excited for Thanksgiving or what?
Dude, I'm so pumped. For one, as a family, it's been probably 8-10 years now. We go to Charleston, South Carolina. We love to do it. It's kind of like our place. It's our thing we go to. My wife's got family there. We go there. And it's so cool now with it used to be more of adults eating and drinking and stuff, but now with having all the kids and the kids growing up, it's becoming a thing. And it really, for us, kicks off Christmas and a lot of stuff. So we're pumped. I'm literally leaving right after the show. I can't wait. Charleston, South Carolina, beautiful, cold. Like, dude, heaven. Cannot wait.
Yeah, the evolution of Thanksgiving as the family evolves is really fun. Like, for me, I have so many cousins and we're all relatively the same age. So it was always like, who's going to get drunk first and get yelled at by grandma. But now it's like so many kids running around and it's just so much fun. And then every year, like you said, Christmas, every Thanksgiving, we watch our first Christmas movie together as a family. And then it kind of kicks off the holiday season. Nice. So I'm curious to see which one it is. I always hope for something like A Year Without a Santa Claus or, something. Do you not know A Year Without a Santa Claus?
No, I don't know what that. We've done this on the show. We've done the 5 best Christmas movies with Elle, you and I. Your list is the Dreykus Duplessis of list for Christmas.
You're telling me
overrated.
You don't watch the Claymations every year? Like the Claymation holiday classics?
Ones. I watch Rudolph and Frosty like normal people do, Maddie.
And then A Year Without a Santa Claus.
What is that?
Bro.
Can you send me the link?
I don't know if we can be friends if you've never seen A Year Without a Santa Claus.
Maybe I have. I just don't know the name. Is it really? It's claymation?
It's one of those old ones where it's like, it's claymation and you got like a jolly Santa Claus and he's sick and he can't do Christmas. And it's very wholesome.
That actually sounds awesome. That really does sound awesome. Guys, anyway. There's no UFC this weekend, but there is a PFL for the championship. We love that. We hit the button at the same time, Maddie. That was awesome. Puerto Rico in the house. What's up, Puerto Rico? Shout out.
How we feeling?
So a lot of stuff. We have a lot of stuff to get into. But one thing I will say before maybe spilling into some tea, dude, I'm still on cloud 9 from Game Bread. I'm still on cloud 9. I talked to someone last night and it kind of, I was already in a good mood, but I talked to someone last night about it for 30 minutes, 20 minutes. And let's just say, I loved it. It was awesome.
Yeah, it was a really good time. And I think as bare knuckle is continuing to become super popular, it's really cool to know that Game Bread is among that conversation. Like you can't talk about Game Bread. You can't talk about bare knuckle without mentioning Game Bread MMA. Like, come on. It is so fun. And I remember, like, for me, I was skeptical that I was even gonna like it. I was like, this is gonna be like, I was like, why are we taking the gloves off? Like, just do typical MMA. Like, what are we doing here? And then you see it and you're like, oh, I get it now. This is
it's must see. And one of the like I said, I talked to someone last night. Like, the fights are so entertaining, and the fights, I hate to say this, like, they're usually 1-round fights of greatness. Like, you never, it's going to end. It's going to be crazy. It's going to be nuts. It's wild. Ilia Topuria or Conor McGregor? Ilia Topuria every day of the week, twice on Sunday.
Well, I think it's important to ask, are we talking about prime Conor McGregor or Conor McGregor of 2024? Because those are two very different Conors.
Very good. Great point. Maybe we can get in that. Just real quick, GOAT, bare knuckle premium. I kind of disagree. For one, everything that I hear about CTE is continuous drama. In bare knuckle, you get hit once. Usually it's a cut. It's on, on the outer certs. Yeah. Boxing's the worst because you just get boom, 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 boom. So, GOAT, I appreciate it. I like your picture a lot, but I'm going to disagree with that one. I think bare knuckle is actually good for CTE.
Yeah. Oh no, I don't know if good for it's I don't think they're related.
You're right. Yeah. Nothing. You get hit in the face. It's probably not great. You're all right, but it's better.
Yeah. Yep. Super fun.
I do. And so let's jump into Conor. One thing you mentioned, it was so funny, Maddie. You said it like prime Conor. My brother who loves combat sports, and all we do is DM each other funny stuff that we see on socials. That's what family does to each other. He sent me this great like little video of like prime Conor McGregor. And it's like, dude,
it was
if you weren't there for that, it was a run. It was phenomenal.
Like his mindset, his determination, his drive, the way that he spoke about himself and like the confidence that this man had. And then like watching all of Ireland just fucking raise this guy up. Like, I'm getting goosebumps just thinking about it because I still see those like throwback videos on Instagram all the time. And now I shed a tear because Conor is a fucking idiot.
He's done. He's done. Like, we've been on this for a little bit here at Fight Bananas. He's never fighting again. It's over. We waste so much time on it. It's crazy. But we will get into this. Dude, Luke, keep these coming all day. John Jones or Tom Aspinall. John Jones, 7 days of the week, twice on Sunday, smashes Tom Aspinall. He's the GOAT, the greatest of all time.
Yeah, that's a tough one. Hopefully we'll see it one day, but I don't think we will.
Prime Conor lift his chin out way up. What are you go?
Yeah, all right. Yeah, no, dude. Not this. But while we're on the concept of Conor, we do have Jade popping in at 1:15. She's going to be fantastic. But before we get that, we might as well give you a little update on the latest of this Conor saga. And I think first of all, he finally made a statement about it.
Can I push the button first? Can I be super techie like this?
I forgot we had that. That thing is sick. Okay, so in the latest Conor McGregor news, Dave doesn't know how to dance, but also he's saying
I'm white with 4 kids. Of course I don't know how to dance.
Okay, so he's saying he needed some time. He regrets it. He did apologize to his wife for stepping out on her. But then in true Conor fashion, he ends the tweet by saying, "That's it, no more. Getting back to the gym. Fight game awaits." Dude, nobody's waiting for you to get back. Sorry. I'm thankful that he apologized to his wife. I think honestly, correct me if I'm wrong. I know you guys will. I think that's the first time he has openly admitted to being unfaithful. I think that's the first time we've seen that. And we need to know the difference between civil court and what's the other one?
Yeah, I saw your video about
that. I got called out for not using the right term, but whatever. He was found liable. Okay. He's liable for what he did. Either way, he's guilty of doing some stupid shit. Okay. Now,
real quick on yours, Maddie, if I can defend and always support Maddie Levine. Like, and I know you don't really mean this, but like, dude, you and I, we talk so much. We talk in front of a microphone so much. We're on a show. We're on live shows. We do our own stuff. We're always, dude, I'm sorry if we mess up like that. Like, there's sometimes I get it in the messages and people are so like mean about it. It's like, oh, he's 13-1, not 13-2. I'm like, okay, I'm sorry.
Dude. Yeah.
Like, dude, I that's my 9th video. I'm literally making money talking into a microphone. Like, back off. Chill, bro.
Yeah.
Chill.
No, it was just, it was frustrating, but whatever. He was found liable. And I think the biggest news coming out today is all of the brands that are parting ways with him. The biggest one in particular, Proper number 12. I was shook. So they have announced that it will no longer use Conor's name or image on the drink. Obviously, this is following decision of him being held liable. So this spirit called Proximo Spirits bought the whiskey brand in 2021 from McGregor, but he continued to be the promoter, obviously. I mean, it's Conor McGregor. Why wouldn't you?
Yeah.
Now they're saying going forward, we do not plan to use him or his likeness in the marketing of the brand. So if I were to guess, he will probably be a silent partner now, because even though he's going through a lot of this shit, and rightfully so, you reap what you sow. Yeah. But he's still a very wealthy, important person. So I don't see them parting ways totally, but like I don't think he's going to be the personality and face of Proper 12 anymore. So that's wild.
You see the commercials all the time, especially in UFC events, especially when Conor's back. It's the Proper 12 thing. Mm-hmm. I actually applaud them. It's especially he's so tied in to that brand. Like I was walking in Biloxi, Mississippi, and someone said, "Hey, I'm the Fight Bananas guy." It's like, "Hey, yeah, my name's David, but I'll take that." You know what I mean? There's people that are threaded into brands, and he's one of them with Proper 12. I think of Proper 12. The first thing I think of before the drink is Conor McGregor. Like, that's me at least. So for them to say, "Hey, we are moving on," especially after kind of this incident is more really out there, shed the light, I respect it. I really do respect that.
Yeah, and it looks like a lot.
By the way, I'm not the cancel culture person. I actually don't like that. But on this one, I kind of support it. It's like, we're not canceling him.
Well, I think what happens too is, like, in cancel culture, you make one risky mistake and then everybody cancels you. In this instance, how many times are we going to let Conor off the hook?
Yeah.
And not part ways with him? This isn't like the first strike. This is like strike 15. And so I think for companies and brands to be like, "Listen, dude, we gave you many chances. Yeah. And now we're parting ways." Like, that to me makes way more sense.
And also, like, he can still make a living. He can do whatever other stuff. Or, of course, the elephant in the room, the UFC would absolutely take this guy back whenever he wants to, if he will fight again. So he's not canceled that way, but it's Proper 12's job. It's as an entity to be like, "Hey, this is what we want to do," as someone to advertise for him. We have people that do stuff under our brand, and we want good people like James Lynch to be like, "Hey, this is James Lynch with Fight Bananas. Here's my show." Like, there's people out there that we want. We want Maddie to do stuff under Fight Bananas. So, like, if you're talking, it's that. It's, I think I back Proper 12 with this move. That's the main gist. Totally back it.
And then do you have any more Conor?
Oh, no. You ready for this one? And I think you're going to love. I'm so over this. I'm so over. Dude, it's 15 minutes into the show. We haven't even mentioned Peter Yan and Davison Figueiredo, which was a awesome fight Saturday. Dakota Ditcheva and Impa Kasanganai's fighting Friday in Abu Dhabi for millions of dollars in the PFL. And this is it. Like, and I'm sorry, we're a little part of it, but we are a lot less Conor McGregor driven than 98% of the outlets out there, for sure. I'm just so over it. He just drowns me out. I'm just over Conor. I'm over it.
Yeah, no, I get it. But I also think it's like, the fair weather fans are Conor McGregor fans. That's just how it goes. So they have to kind of appease to them. But I think for us, we're just like so immersed into like the realness of it that we're just like, all right, bye.
Got to. Talking about not saying bye, we're going to say hi to someone for the very first time, Maddie. You ready for this?
I'm so excited. This is gonna be fun.
Okay, so the first time, Maddie really did a great job linking this up. Fought for Karate Combat a little bit ago. I heard it was the greatest female fight in the history of their organization. She's a stud. She trains at GOAT. The GOAT that's my hood. That's my place. I'm actually going down there in a couple weeks. I'm doing some stuff with Jillian. But let's get her on the show for the first time ever. Jade Jorand.
Hi,
Hey, Jade.
how are you?
Thank you so much for joining us all the way from France, right?
Yeah, I'm in France right now. Thank you for inviting me. Yeah, for inviting me.
Yeah. What time is it over there?
It's 7
p.m.
At night.
Yeah, PM.
Okay,
Yeah.
thank God. I thought you were going to say you woke up super early for us.
But she's in the future.
No,
Jade is in the future right now. She knows how Tuesday went. She's lived it.
Exactly. Well, Jade, thank you so much for joining us today. You are certainly making waves for Karate Combat, so that's fantastic. But your fight journey started well before that. Tell us a little bit about your startup in martial arts.
So I'm 24 right now. I starting like kickboxing when I was 9. 3 years after I did my first fight, then at 15 I went in national team. I won the world championship in kickboxing, the European Thai boxing championship, and after that I turned pro at 18. I did my professional kickboxing debut in Bellator kickboxing. And then 1 year after, I did my MMA debut in Bellator MMA. Then I fight in Combate Global, then in LFA, and now I'm in Karate Combat.
That's amazing.
Just a woman just goes everywhere, and she's not even 30 yet. That's fantastic.
Yeah, that's great.
What made you want to make the transfer from kickboxing to MMA? Because I know you had a very successful kickboxing career. I think I saw that viral knockout a couple times. So what made you want to make that transfer?
Nothing. I was just like I did a lot in I did like a lot of years of kickboxing, and I just wanted to learn something new, like to do something different. And I traveled a lot at that time, and I saw like MMA training and was like, okay, I want to try. I'm gonna do that, and now I'm here.
I love it.
And it's funny, Maddie, it's great that you asked that one, because I was going the exact opposite of you were in MMA doing great, Combate. I watched a couple of your Combate fights. Incredible, by the way. Huge, awesome fights. What kind of led you to Karate Combat? Was it with training that GOAT and everything you had with GOAT management and the GOAT shed? Was that the connective tissue to Karate Combat?
The thing is, like, so I fought my last fight in MMA was in July, and after that they offered me already before, like, to fight for them, and I wasn't sure because I wanted to fight MMA. And then they offered me again, and I was like, okay, yeah, like, maybe it's the time. I'm still young. Like, they offered me like a 4 fights deal, and it's still like, it's not like MMA, but there's still ground and pound, and at the time I can still work my jiu-jitsu, like I can still do all the training, and I love striking. I still the thing I love doing. So I was like, okay, let's do that. Like, it's new. And I did my last fight like 1 month ago, and I enjoy so much. Like, all the week I enjoy, like, and it's been a long time that I didn't enjoy like the fight week, and this week was super great. So I'm very happy about that choice, and I'm going to fight MMA still after, but for now I'm very happy about that.
You said you enjoyed it the most you have in a long time. So what do you think was the biggest difference? What did you enjoy the most about it?
I don't. It was new. Everybody was so nice. It was well organized. Like it was so new for me. Like the pit and all that. Like, I don't know.
Pit.
Like, yeah,
Crazy.
everything was so new. Like, I was like a little kid. Like, yeah.
Yeah, what'd you think of the pit? Because now, if I'm remembering correctly, your fight, a lot of fast striking, and it ended pretty quickly. I don't know if you were able to use the pit wall at all. But what did you think of the pit?
No, we didn't use the pit wall, but no, it's super funny. Like, I remember before the fight, I went inside the pit and I tried to go down, go up, go down, because it's super weird, super high. Like, when we see it, we're like, okay, it's fine. But actually, when we have to go down, it's completely different. So no, the pit is great, and the feeling like everybody's around, like so close, like you feel the people are almost like fighting with you, is super nice.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy. It's like a underground video game situation. It's crazy.
Exactly. Yeah.
When I was searching you on Instagram, I saw you training a lot at Goat Shed. Saw a ton of pictures with our girl Jillian Robertson, who's going to be on this show in 40 minutes. She does a lot under this banner. But I saw you train with Jillian and Aline Perez and a couple others. Is that
Yeah.
kind of when you come here to in the States? Do you train mainly at Goat Shed, or where are you just traveling to train at different gyms?
No. I train mainly in Goat Shit. Like when I come to United States, to Miami now, I train all the time, and I really enjoy there. The level is very high in jiu-jitsu, in grappling, in wrestling. So no, we have like a couple of girls now. Like we're almost like fourth strawweight. Like
Yeah.
very, it's great. Like here in France, I'm alone. Like there's no girls. Like or I have to travel in other city, like in other town. Sorry, in other town, like to see girls, to find girls. But no, it's great. I train Goshen and I really enjoy it. I can't wait to be back.
Yeah, the only other kickboxer I know in France is Anissa Mexon. Did you ever cross paths with Anissa?
Yeah, she comes sometimes to train in the same gym that me here when she's on holidays, but we never train together. She's more in
Mhm.
Paris and I'm in the southwest in Bordeaux, so
Oh,
it's not
okay.
the same city.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I've seen her a couple times in Glory, and both of you are so fast. It's like it is just incredible. But it's very cool that you get to come to the States now. When did you learn English? I'm curious.
Uh like all my life actually. I started
Oh,
learning it when
good.
I was in school. Then when I was like 13 to 15, I was going to Thailand a lot in school there, like to train,
Mhm.
like 3 months, 4 months every year. Then at 18 I went to Dublin to train, so I started learning more there, and now it's been like 2 years almost that I do lot of back and forth.
Yeah.
Like so my English is not perfect, but
Yeah,
try.
it's no,
Jade,
the
yeah,
reason I ask is I was
you
impressed. Like, it
no,
sounds
you
great.
speak better English than I do. You are
Facts.
phenomenal. True
Facts.
story.
You know,
Yeah.
I do, Jade. I do want to play a little game with you because Americans have a lot of slang. Okay, we have a lot of funny phrases that we say, and I'm sure in France you may have some phrases as well. I'm gonna
Yeah.
give you an American phrase, and I want to hear what you would say in
Okay.
French.
And
Okay,
what if I don't understand
I will.
it?
I will do my best to explain. So,
Okay.
the hip kids these days, they say it's lit. It's lit. What would that be in French? Like, it's cool.
Yeah, it's I don't know. I don't know. What can we say?
In, I guess in
Like
French, how do you say like that's cool?
like c'est gavé bien. Like
Oh,
the little kids are going to say that, and the parents are going to say, "Don't say that." Like, but
great.
yeah,
Dave,
but
you got
yeah.
that? Sí, qué bien.
I got it. I got also UFC star Michael Beast Boy Davis making fun of my English too. I appreciate the love, Mike. Appreciate it.
Okay, what about this one?
How about the Riz?
Oh yeah. Well, I
No,
don't think
but we
there's a
no,
translation for
but
that
we
one.
don't do that. It's
Yeah.
No?
Italian people, French people. When I'm in Miami, everybody does that, and I'm like, no,
Yeah.
but French people don't do that.
What about okay, you might not know what this is, but what is it? Oh, you have a nice drip.
Drip? No, I don't know what is that.
Like
You have
cool
a
clothes,
really
nice
like you
clothes.
have
You're
a
wearing
really nice
cool
outfit.
clothes.
Okay. I never heard that. I think it's because when I'm in Miami, there's only like people like me from out, like not American people. So we talk together, but we don't use the
What's a
American
big
language. Like
what would you say is like a big slang in French? In France. Do you guys use slang?
like the thing you just told me.
No, just in general
Oh,
that you guys talk about. Like when talking with your friends in France, like what do you guys
uh,
use?
I don't actually. I should have like prepared that before because right now I have nothing coming.
That's
Like,
okay. That's all right. Listen, Dave forgets what he's gonna say constantly, so it's fine.
All the time.
Totally fine.
On the list.
We're here to talk about fighting anyway, and your debut in Karate Combat was so much fun to watch.
Right.
And
When can we see her back? When can we see you
exactly,
back, Jade?
when do we get to see you again?
soon. I'm
Soon.
I'm fighting in December again.
Mm,
In
In
Miami.
Miami?
Yeah.
I'm going to that on the 19th.
Ah, that's great. Yeah, on the 19th, I will be back.
I'll see you. I go Jade.
Yeah, you can do that.
What do we know about the opponent?
I'm fighting the #1 contender, Saba. I'm so sorry, I forgot her family name, but
That's
she's
okay.
the #1 contender. And hopefully after that fight, I will fight for the belt. I want to fight for the belt. Yeah, I'm gonna call out Stephanie Oliveira for the belt.
That's incredible. I was gonna ask. I wasn't sure if there was a champion already. I've
Yeah,
kind of
there
lost
is. It's
track.
the first champion of karate combat, the first belt in women division.
Gotcha. And now that I'm remembering, that was a pretty good fight to get that. Was that fight in Vegas when they fought for it? I might be combining some fights.
It was like a little blonde girl who got the nose broke at the first round.
Right. Well, that's exciting. Yeah. I mean, you certainly make for a very fun fight style. But for those that may have not seen you fight yet, how do you describe your fighting style?
I describe myself as a aggressive fighter. I never let my opponent win the exchange. I try to always go forward. That's already a lot.
And you know what? What I love most about a lot of fighters do this, right? When they dial in, they get very focused for the fight. A lot of times their face completely changes. Girl, your face is scary. Oh my God. She comes out and she's like,
yeah. Everybody was saying that to me. Yeah, for sure, because I'm super focused. And the last fight, I was even more focused. I lost the fight before, and I was like, okay, like the fight before, my mind was completely out. Like I did a very bad wake up. Like I was not focused like I'm used to. And this fight, I was more focused than ever. So yeah, everybody was saying that about my face. I was like really like, yeah.
It reminded me of like Ronda Rousey back in the day, where she like would always like look freaking nuts. But yeah, it was awesome. So congrats on an awesome debut. And luckily you're getting a nice little turnaround, get back in there in December. So that'll be fun.
Awesome. Yeah. That's awesome. My last one for you, Jade, is this Friday for the PFL. Dakota Ditcheva's fighting. Huge kickboxing star. She's incredible. Do you know of Dakota? Or are you a fan of hers? Do you know her work?
I like I just saw like there's the blonde girl against the other one, the striker, right?
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm so bad at names.
No,
but I really like the blonde girl. I really like her.
Yeah. Her striking is incredible.
I know, and she's so beautiful, and and after when she win, like she always finish the fight. Like I always watch her because I think she's super impressive. Like, and I like all her style, like all what she showed before and what she do. Like it's great. I like that.
Awesome. I love that. We'll send that to Dakota. We'll send that. Awesome. Jade, massive fans of you. We cannot wait. We are so excited for your career moving forward. And like I said, it's so funny. In the last couple of days, we've talked behind the scenes. I think I'm going to be at the show at Karate Combat December 19th, Miami, Florida, Karate Combat. I believe it's 51. So, we cannot wait.
It's 51.
51?
Yeah.
Awesome. Jade, thank you so much for your time today.
Thank you for inviting me. Thank you so much.
See ya.
Awesome.
Bye. Bye.
There we go.
Jade Jorand. That's going to be a future star for Karate Combat. That's awesome.
Could be their Dakota Ditcheva. Could be it.
Maybe. Who knows? I love that.
And maybe
fun. So what? Maybe what?
I
thought you said something.
Okay.
Yeah, I heard you say maybe and then just stop talking.
I thought you were saying something. It's so important, so I died out of there. Dude, Mike Davis, come on, Mike, give me some slides. Real quick, so we were talking about Thanksgiving and stuff. One question I wanted to ask you before we went to other stuff. Do you have like a favorite food or something that you have to eat because it's
scalloped potatoes? Scalloped potatoes. Do you even know what those are? Ay, Jesus Christ almighty with this freaking guy. Okay, you take the potatoes, right? And you slice it real good. Slice them real good. And then you put some like cheese and some like other shit in there. And then you bake it.
Yeah.
And it becomes, you know what? I'm going to pull up
a picture. Can I pull something? I got something.
Yes. scallop,
So we got great
motherfucking
people.
potato.
We have great people in Fight Bananas land. And we got something, and I think we're going to do a giveaway towards the holidays. People love giveaways. People love holidays. I got like a, oh, you're showing the potatoes?
Like, come on. Scallop potatoes.
That looks awesome.
Fire. Absolute fire.
Yeah, that looks good. Do you dip it with a little sour cream?
You could.
Little butter?
You could. Oh, yeah. Michael Davis. Duh. Brown sugar, sweet potatoes with marshmallows. Duh. That's such a good one.
That's
good.
Good.
Green bean casserole. Another great one. That's fire.
You ready for this one? So, like, I'm an oddball. I've never been a big Thanksgiving food guy. Never been. I love the family. I love getting together. I love football. I just love being together with the family. That's my thing. And it's weird. I don't like desserts. Usually I'm not a big pie guy. But on Thanksgiving, there's nothing better than a great warm apple pie with like a little vanilla ice cream on top, guys. Am I right or am I right?
No, it's so good. It's so
funny.
Apple
pie on Thanksgiving. There's something America about that.
I was just about to say, my family is notorious for having a dessert table that's pretty much bigger than our meal. But I will also say, on Thanksgiving, I'm not really looking forward to the turkey. I'm looking forward to the ham. Do you guys have ham?
Yeah, we do ham. Yeah, we do both. So my family does turkey and salmon. We do salmon on Thanksgiving.
What?
Big thing in Charleston. It's rich.
Interesting. I'm usually looking forward to the ham. Ham, and then
like, is it honey baked ham, like with a crust a little bit on it, like a glaze,
with the skin on top? Yeah, with the glaze. And then my uncle has to slice it because it's like too big, and then it's like, and then you just like walk into the house and it just smells and freaking amazing. Oh my god, I can't wait. Oh my god, so good. Cannot wait.
All right, that's Thursday, guys.
Oh, poker.
Someone said poker.
Maybe they might play poker on Thanksgiving, which is great because my family plays a lot of games too. I'm excited.
Yeah. So, all right, real quick, we got this thing. You ready? We're going to give this away in the next probably month or this week or next month. It's Johnny Walker signed UFC glove.
Fun.
Dude, we're going to give that away. Mike, I'm going to send you something in the mail too, a UFC glove. You can sign it. We're going to give these away. Dude, we love doing giveaways in Fight Bananas. All you got to do is to subscribe to the new YouTube channel, Fight Bananas Official on YouTube. That's it. That's all you got to do. Johnny Walker. Look how cool that is.
That is pretty cool. I love that. That's very cool.
Yeah. You know what else is really cool?
What's really cool?
These are not for giveaway. These are back there. So this is my Felicia Spencer gloves. She fought against Cyborg. The gloves that she fought against Cyborg. There's blood on them. Literally blood.
That's awesome. How did you get those?
Having a baby. I just saw a couple of days ago. She had like her gender reveal thing or whatever, baby shower. It was awesome. I'm like, dude, shout out to Felicia Spencer. We love her here at Fight Bananas.
Love it.
Yeah, there you go.
I'm super excited for Thanksgiving. But we have to talk about UFC Macau because a lot of people may have been sleeping on it or sleeping. Macau? What is it? Macau?
I think it's Macau. I think it's like Macau. A cow.
Listen, I can't be perfect 24/7. Macau, whatever. But I think a lot of people may have slept on this card or slept through it. I agree with you, Maddie. Or slept through it. But I slept through it. But
the main card was amazing, and the main event was one of the best fights of the year. It was awesome. I loved it.
It was so good. It was so good. And I went back and watched it because I was one of those people that decided to sleep in. But we have to talk about the star of the show. Where did my notes go? I'm losing my notes.
Son?
Well, yeah, for sure. That was the sweetest moment ever.
So awesome.
But we have to talk about Shi Ming. Ming,
the doctor.
Dude.
The doctor.
I am the biggest fan of Shi Ming because her post-fight speech and interview
so good.
Got me so fired up because she was just like, I'm so fired up. I'm breaking shit over here. But she literally was like, I am too timid in my fights sometimes. And tonight I decided not to be timid. And then what did she say? She was like, you know, I'm a doctor outside of the ring, but in the cage, I am the boss. I was like, I love this girl.
That's what I would say. I'd be like, hey, if I became a fighter, and I might fight Jillian Robertson here in a couple weeks, and it's going to be exclusively on YouTube. Shout out might happen. But if I did that, I'd be like, hey, I'm a fighter inside the cage. Outside, I'm a dad. I'm a podcaster. But inside, I'm a fighter. I'm going to fight.
Yeah. And just the fact that her family didn't really know what she was capable of. Dude, like, girl, I think it's time you tell mom and dad that you are a savage. And I think she's a future star for sure.
Whoa.
She's a future star. I mean, she was down a little bit. And
Did you see the Joker girl who got beat?
Oh, she got beat.
Yeah, the Joker girl lost.
That sucks.
Got smashed. So
that sucks.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. I was very impressed.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
I was
she's good. She's good.
Yeah. But the main event was very cool. I mean, Jan's son, that was the sweetest little moment ever.
The best. Yeah.
I think it came at a perfect time. Like I think UFC fans needed a little like good headline, you know?
Good call.
We needed a good moment like that.
And you ready for this one? I thought about this, and I'm sorry for not prejudice is not the right word, but I filed some. I don't know words. I'm not good at them. All right. Everyone in the UFC, if you would have said, "Hey, someone won the main event and their son was in there and was talking so nice and lovely," the last person I think I would think of is Peter Yan. Like he's such a robotic guy to me, and like very, very cold. And like what you saw him when he was around his boy, like his smile. I'm like, guys, I'm sorry. I know he's not like an American guy or not like one of our fan favorites. I'm a huge Peter Yan guy now. Like I just like that's me. I'm a dad. I'm a dad before everything. And it was just so cool to see him like humanize. And I'm like, Peter Yan has a son?
Yeah.
Like it was so cool.
You're so right. It totally humanized him. And it was really cool to see, like, we forget that these are humans. Like, they're not just fighters, right? Yeah. They're not just getting in there and they're cold-blooded 24/7. You just can't function that way. And to see him, like, literally his demeanor completely changed when he saw his son. Like, it is just the sweetest thing. And when kids get emotional, stop it. I can't handle it. Yeah, he was just so overcome with emotion. I love that shit.
It was awesome. We did a lot of stuff on Fight Bananas about this. What do you think, Maddie, is next for Peter Yan? Okay, you want me to kind of throw some stuff that's out there, or you want to just?
Sure, let's do that. Okay. Yeah, let me look at the rankings. And
so in Fight Bananas, a lot of people talked about it. We ran with it too. We think the perfect thing that makes sense is Peter Yan versus Sugar Sean O'Malley 2, the rematch. The first fight was so close. They're kind of 2 and 3 right now in the rankings. Umar is 1. Like It just makes perfect sense. Like sometimes we overthink stuff. That's the fight. To me, it's Peter and Sugar.
Even though he came off a loss, Sugar's coming off a loss. Well, I guess that makes sense because Peter Yan's trying to get up and yeah. And what's Umar's deal next?
Umar's going to fight Merab next. It's going to happen.
Yeah.
It's going to happen.
Yeah, I mean, I love that matchup. I think that's a great matchup.
And you ready for this one? And I know people will be like, really? I think they should make that a big fight night. Like, even if it's in Saudi Arabia or, a big one. We're just seeing, Tampa's got Colby Covington. I love when some of these fighters do the 5-round main event. To me, it makes it a bigger fight because the fight was controversial in 3 rounds. Make it a 5. Mm-hmm. I hear they're going to Chicago. They're going to Seattle. The Seattle main event's done. So they're going to different places. Make that a fight night main event. That'd be awesome.
Yeah. I mean, Sean O'Malley definitely has the power to be a main eventer. I think he definitely he lost. Okay. He's still Sean O'Malley. Like he definitely can still pull those numbers. Yeah. And I think Peter Yan gained a lot of fans this weekend. A ton. So I think people want to see them meet again. And potentially with 5 rounds, I mean, if that first fight was 5 rounds, it could have gone differently. Right. So I think the 5 rounds is kind of the only answer. But real quick, I need a ladies room break. I will be back in 2 seconds.
I got you. And I'll answer that question. All right. Sean, so no, Umar's not fighting Song next. That was a just a complete bust of a those fight in the works things. Umar wants to fight. That's the controversy thing. He wants to fight and be back, but Merab is kind of stretching it out longer. And then, of course, Umar kind of maybe goes away. They have those holidays over there. So I'm not exactly sure when they're going to fight. Dana White said it. Dana's the boss. I'm telling you, Umar and Merab is absolutely next. Is O'Malley healthy and wouldn't have happened in like May or June? Is O'Malley healthy? It would have happened like in May or June. Everything I hear, O'Malley wasn't healthy, but it's been now. Noche was in September, right? September, October. We're about to get into December. Take the rest of the year off. I think Peter versus Sugar, like you said, a late spring, early summer main event. Love it, love it. Let Merab and Umar fight, and then to me, it's like a Final Four. The winner fights the winner. I think Merab or Umar should fight the winner of Peter and Sean, and whatever it is. You just can't control it. Everything will happen. Everything, the winners will just will find a way. It's like Jurassic Park. They'll find a way. So that's that. Oh, all right, Maddie.
We back.
So we talked about Sean, Peter, all that was great. The one thing I do want to give a quick little shout out if we can in a couple minutes. PFL is the championship this Friday. It's absolutely free. I don't know if you saw my post yesterday. I'm becoming like a TikToker guy. I'm a TikToker. So I made a post to TikTok. I get
crazy. I was creeping on you on TikTok the other day, and you got some good views, man. So they're kind of better than mine, and I'm butthurt about it.
And I'm brand new on this thing. Yes. I'm brand new. Maybe it's like that. I'm like the shiny new car on the lot.
Maybe that's what it is. I don't know.
Your TikToks are way better than mine. Way better. Every time I just do a green screen, one picture, two on the PFL, I did 4 pictures. Were you proud of me?
I am proud of you. Proud of you. You're so funny though, because I always know how the video is gonna start. It starts with 3 words.
What's up, guys?
What's up, guys? What's up, guys? Every time. But you know what? Whatever. 45,500 views later. That's freaking sick. Good for you.
You ready for this one? So the reason why I'm doing it is not because of TikTok. I told my wife this. She's like, "Are you on TikTok, Dave?" I'm like, "Not really. I do them on TikTok to get the videos. I put them on course. We put them on Fight Bananas. Maddie, and those 4 or 5, we have over 300,000 views on Facebook.
Wild.
It's crazy.
Wild. Yeah. Yeah. See, Mac Tyson knows what's up.
Dave, are you the PFL? I know. I am the PFL advertising, by the way. Dude, I know. Maddie's the queen.
Ross makes it funny. Dude. It's the best.
Dude, who does not love Ross Levine? Come on.
It's hard not to. It's hard not to.
That guy's a winner. Absolute winner. Winner in life. Champion. Married the great Maddie Levine. Coco. Come on.
Listen.
Dude.
Listen. Can't all be that lucky. Okay, so back to entertainment stuff. Please tell me you saw Dan Hooker sparring a YouTuber.
Watched it 22 times.
Did you really?
Maybe no. 19.
Well,
19.
Here's my thing. Like, yes, we all watched it. We all laughed. Yeah. We all giggled. But why are we doing this? Why?
Whoa,
but like,
is your grass? Is there a little kid on your grass playing baseball out front? You want to go yell at him?
Why? Okay, I'm acting like a mother right now, real quick, because why is a professional fighter sparring somebody who has no idea what they're doing? Like, this is how people get hurt. People get hurt.
Maddie, if I could say, if this became a fight, then I would kind of be on your side. If they were selling this on Misfits, I'd be like, guys, what are we doing? They just sparred. Let the practicing. Why? I want more people in combat sports. So any YouTuber, any person want to come into this house?
This is how people get hurt. People get hurt way more in practice than they do in fights.
True.
Like
Dan Hooker, getting tattoos.
I mean, you can only hope that the professional fighter is going to be calm and controlled. And I think Dan Hooker was. Mm-hmm. But I don't know, man. Like, I Show Speed is like very popular on YouTube, right?
Very popular.
So it's like, I get it. He's doing it for views, and I'm sure he got a good payday with that video. But
so you think Speed got paid?
1,000%.
Okay, because via YouTube.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, he probably uploaded it to YouTube and got mad money. Yeah. Yeah. Well, Sean, I'm worried about physical health. Okay.
Oh my goodness. Should we eat a salad on Thursday before Thanksgiving too? What are we doing?
Get your greens in. Yes.
Dude.
For sure. Make sure you
You
put a
ready for
coat
this
on
one real
before
quick?
you go
I'm sorry.
outside.
This is way left field. I'm sorry. Way left field. My wife makes the best taco salads. So on Tuesdays, we do Taco Tuesday as a family. And I'm trying to cut down a little bit. You know what I mean, guys? When you turn 40, you need to slow down some. So instead of using the tortillas, we put them in the salads. Maddie, they're the best.
Yeah. Taco salad's fire.
Yeah.
It's fire for sure.
Yeah, so good. All right. Shout out to my wife.
So yeah, Dan Hooker, sparring, a YouTuber. Yeah.
Dude,
he's incredibly famous.
Big.
I get it.
My son knows who he is. So
yeah. That's like his demographic, I'm pretty sure. Is like
I say this all the time, Maddie. My sons do not care about what I do 1%. I'm literally doing an open with Brendan Schaub and Jorge Masvidal for the second most profitable MMA company on this planet. They don't care. But if I'm doing something on YouTube, they think I'm a superstar. They're like, dang, you're amazing. You're on YouTube?
That's fair. Oh, and shout out to our girl Elle. She was unfortunately couldn't make it today because the girl bought a house with her lovely husband, which is fantastic. So they moved into their new home and they don't have Wi-Fi yet. So they will be getting that up and running. But big moves. That's such a big moment. Such a big moment.
It is. It really is. The house is beautiful. So happy for them. And we were texting all during the week when they were doing it. And I know it sounds corny. I was proud. I was so proud of them. They're great people. They've been great to Fight Bananas. And I don't know why we were just talking the day of, going back and forth. And, just kind of multiple conversations. So I called her back to kind of finish it. She's like, hey, Dave, I'm literally at the bank right now. I'm signing over this much amount of money to the house. I'm like, can I go? I'm like, yes, you didn't have to answer the phone now. Just let it go.
Yeah. Yeah. Christian, thank you for this. Big fight coming for Grant.
Man, who broke that news, Christian?
Weird. I wonder who broke that. I'm not sure. But yeah, I love that. Like he's, staying somewhat busy. His last fight was how many weeks ago?
Yeah, like that's one of his fastest turnarounds in the UFC ever.
For sure. And I know that was kind of a problem for a little bit for him. Like he was very frustrated. So it's nice to see the squeaky wheel getting the grease. You know what I'm saying?
You know where he's fighting, Maddie?
I do not.
So on UFC 311 in January, it's the Intuit Dome in Los Angeles, the brand new, beautiful arena, like state of the art. The guy who, one of the most money guy in the world, not Elon Musk, not the Amazon guy. It's this guy. Sorry, the name is right there. Yeah. He's bald, but it's one of the greatest arenas in the world right now. It's brand new.
That's so sick.
10 weeks old. So and wouldn't it be crazy if Game Bred Bare Knuckle went there in 2025? That would be crazy.
It would be pretty insane. Will be pretty insane. Hopefully I can be there too. But yeah, that's wild. You're so stupid. I can't with you. I can't. Grateful for you, but you're stupid. Let's talk about being grateful. It is Thanksgiving week, and I think a lot of us we forget sometimes that we got some stuff in our life that we should be grateful for. But let's keep it MMA. Let's keep it UFC. What are we grateful for? The MMA version.
Okay. You want me to go first or should ladies go first, Maddie?
I'll go first. I am grateful for afternoon cards. I am grateful for when the UFC gives me those lovely afternoon cards and I'm not falling asleep at 12:30 p.m. trying to figure out who's going to win the main event. So I am grateful for that.
You are so funny. You are so funny. It's so funny. I'm the exact opposite because
during the day,
I got 19 kids jumping on my shoulders. I can't watch it. I have to watch them at night, but I respect it. Like we kind of talked about, I actually 100% knew my answer. And I think you will agree. The UFC is the hood ornament of mixed martial arts. And let's just be honest, combat sports. They are the leader, number one, the hood ornament. the one thing I'm so thankful for, and I do love the UFC. I watch it every single week. I'm grateful for, bless you. I'm grateful for everything else. Like, I felt a couple years ago before COVID, you had to be in the UFC and that was it. And yes, at that time, Bellator was around, but even then they were dying. And I know people are going to take this the wrong way. Everything that Jake Paul is doing, everything that Misfits is doing, everything that Gamebred Bare Knuckle MMA is doing, there's even the PFL, there are so many other organizations and other ways to get paid. There's just so much content out there for Fight Bananas to cover and talk about and do. Or I hate to say it, we have jobs for Gamebred Bare Knuckle 3 years ago that didn't exist. Like 2021, that wasn't a thing. So I'm grateful for everything else. There's just so many opportunities. Big Mo has done stuff under this Fight Bananas banner. He was literally the voice of the Tyson Jake Paul fight. Like, that man wouldn't have that opportunity if it wasn't for other stuff.
I love this one from Sean. I'm grateful for head kick knockouts. Yep, those are my favorite.
Well played. Well played.
Grateful for Chuck Liddell saying he could have beaten John Jones in his prime.
I don't disagree with that. I don't know. John's the GOAT, but like Chuck in his prime, come on.
Yeah.
OG
GOAT.
He would have 10-9 Jesus Christ in the first round, okay?
Oh my God. Oh my God.
First round, second round, Jesus comes back.
Honey, great one. Grateful for Frank Tate's dog. Guys, if you did not see this moment at Gamebred MMA, you missed out. Frank Tate had an incredible knockout, number one. And then number two, brought his dog.
So Gamebred has a huge ramp to the cage. It's not like PFL. Sorry, shitting on you. Long ramp. The man walked out with his dog, Maddie, playing Snoop Dogg as the theme song. Are you kidding?
So fire.
Then knocks out a man unconscious. And then what does he do? He celebrates with his dog.
Amazing. It was such a good moment. Dude. Like the dog, they literally dapped each other up. It was so great. I am grateful for dogs in the MMA cage. We need to bring way more of that into 2025.
I agree. Good point.
Way more of that. More of that. But yeah, I think I'm also grateful just for the people. I think martial artists are very, very interesting, loyal, kind people for the most part. And I think this world has opened me up to a lot of people that I don't think I would have ever met in my life. So very, very grateful for that this year. And yeah, I mean, we can get all sappy and say I'm grateful for my health, my family, Dave, all that stuff.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I'm hyped.
You're so right. Like we were in Biloxi, Mississippi last week. If it wasn't for combat sports, we wouldn't have been there. And then not that, like, we went to lunch with Brendan Schaub and Lex McMahon and talking, like, and just that lunch we had, the funny guy who owned it, like, and just the food, just like people don't realize what combat sports does for so many people. Like, it just opens the doors. So many people live out their dreams. Guys, I'm not talking any of their stuff. Grant Dawson fights for a living. Elle fights for a living. She, is here for Fight Bananas. They just bought a beautiful, brand new house in South Florida. They did that through combat sports. Like, that's how they provide for the family. It's amazing.
It's so cool. It's so cool. Martial arts gave me my husband. I met him through martial arts. Freaking amazing. I love it. Moving forward, what do we have to look for to end out the year with some fun cards here?
So the two big UFC cards, Maddie, is one. So they're off this week. It's Thanksgiving. Then the week after, it's UFC 310.
Yes, I'm excited for this.
Deep card. The pay-per-view card's a little weak. Not gonna lie, I think it's a little weak. The prelims are better than the main card.
Let me see this. What are you talking about? All right, so the prelims. Well, all right, Brian Battle. That's super fun.
The Brian Battle fight's awesome.
Aljo, Vincente Luque. Okay. Anthony Smith. Okay, those are all fun. But
prelims are fire.
So excited to see Kai Asakura. Like, I just think it's so friggin' cool that he's like, just like, here I am,
But that's the main event. the main event's Kaya Sakura
against Pantoja, dude. What, you're not going to put Pantoja in the main event slot?
No, he shouldn't be in the main event. Sorry. All right. Talking about a real main eventer, Maddie Levine. This woman deserves main events anytime she fights because she's the main event in our eyes. The one and only, I think she was a corner woman this weekend.
You got to ask her about this.
I know so much. The one and only, our favorite, Jillian the Savage Robertson.
What is that?
What's happening, lady? How are you?
I was going to say, I actually stand with Dave's point on that. I don't think that's a main event.
Wow. See,
it's a great fight, too. It's an awesome fight, but it's not a main event of the pay-per-view.
Honestly, even with how the card is stacked, I'm like, there's so many big names on the card. When I'm scrolling to the top, I expect there to be a bigger name for a main event. I'm like,
fair.
Would so you much more hype.
Would you see it on like a lesser card, or just not at all?
No, I think a lot of the fights on the card are big. I think the fights themselves are a big card. It's almost like, I don't know, like a UFC 300 card, then with like a main event, you know?
That's fair.
No,
I think it'll be fun.
This thing, guys, I'm actually hyped on the fight. I've seen Asakura. I actually know of him. We love Pantoja here. Stud, flyweight, one of the best ever, actually. He's kind of really underrated, his legacy. It's not like I don't like it. It's just, it shouldn't be a headliner for a pay-per-view. Like, that's it. It's a co-main event or a featured fight on a pay-per-view. I love it if it was a fight night. I like the Shavkat versus the Ian Gary fight more. I do. Sterling and Mozart. I know people will go crazy. That's a bigger fight to me than, I don't know. I'm just
I think the co-main is a little more exciting than the main.
Yeah, the co-main.
But it's also because they're just louder, I think. Like they're just louder. I don't know. But whatever. Go ahead, Jill. Sorry.
Sometimes that's all it takes, though. Sometimes it is the bigger star power, you know? And it's like to Pantoja, it's not like he's bad. He's a champ for a reason, you know? He just doesn't have that, draw to him. He doesn't have that star power. So I think it is a little bit of that. It's like they are the loud ones. They are the ones who have that more star power going into it. And, why they slight Aljo like that again? Put him on the prelims twice.
I know. I saw that and I was like, ooh.
He could be the greatest UFC bantamweight fighter of all time. If someone said that, I would listen to these debates and arguments. The man has fought featherweight twice and has been on the prelims both times. It's like, dude, they hate this man. They hate him.
So bad.
Mozart?
Such a slap in the face. Such a slap in the face.
The second he lost that belt, they were like, yes. No,
I know. They were like, we're going to bury you.
This is my point. Great. Kron Gracie has not won a fight in 5 years. How is he on the main pay-per-view card? We have to pay money to see that. It's bullshit. I'm telling you guys. When
I told my boyfriend about that fight, he was like, Kron's still in the UFC?
Exactly. Brian Battle, that guy's awesome. How is that not on the main card?
Yeah.
Anthony Smith, and who's he fighting? Is it Dominic Reyes?
Yeah, Reyes, yeah.
Dude, that's a great fight. How's that not on the main card? I don't get it. It's bad.
Yeah. Well, listen, I have to go very soon. But before I go, I really want to hear about what happened this weekend because you might not have seen it, but G was at a fight night. I'll let you explain it. But you end up just hopping in to corner somebody. Can you explain this?
So his fight, I guess, how it fell together was just kind of a shit show in general.
Okay.
At weigh-in, he's the cameraman for Combat Night.
Got it.
And so at weigh-in, somebody's opponent didn't show up. So he said he would step up to fight. So as the cameraman, then Mitchell was like, well, you're working. And he's like, I'll do both. And literally did both all night long. Was videotaping fights. And I think they might have even got a video of this. He had somebody take off his shoes and put on the shin guards while he was videotaping fights. Never stopped. Never got off the stand.
Crazy.
Yeah. I'm like, kid's a gangster.
Yeah.
Off the camera stand, didn't even warm up, was just gonna walk straight in the cage. And then Mitch was like, no, bro, you need a corner at least. You need Vaseline, something. And happened to be in the right spot. You know?
Right. That's so fucking funny.
Yeah, so he went out there, finished first round guillotine. I guess it went perfect. It was just so much respect for him. Kid's a gangster.
And he listened very well. You were giving him cues and he was right on it.
Oh yeah. No, honestly, I've known him over the years very well. And I'm just a very smart kid. We've trained together in the past. And I guess very well rounded, just turned 21 recently, so still super young in the game and just, wants it.
That's so cool. What a
I
cool
have genes that are
moment.
21 years old. True story.
Jesus Christ. Don't admit that, dude.
I don't know if you saw the next clip too of the other shenanigans he pulled of he actually fought with a shooter of Fireball in his cup.
I wasn't sure if that was him or not, but I did see the
That was him.
video. And
That
I was
was
like,
him.
you've got to be shitting me. Like,
Nope.
Did he drink
Jumped
it?
up on the what?
Did he drink it right then and there?
Oh yeah, right on.
Jumped
Right
up on the
stage.
fence and chugged it real quick.
Dude, that's gross. All right, that's gross.
I mean, that's pretty funny.
Oh, it's hilarious.
Dave, what's grosser, a shoey or that? A shoey's way grosser.
No, he had it in his crotch, Maddie.
It was closed.
It's you know what happens down there? Stuff just leak. It's all over the.
Okay. On that note, I have to run.
Maddie,
Dude,
happy
that was
Thanksgiving
awesome.
to you.
Oh,
You're the
you too,
best.
guys.
Eat a lot of turkey on Thursday,
Yes.
okay?
Yes.
Ham.
Happy
Eat the
Thanksgiving,
ham.
you guys. You're the best. Thank you, everybody, for watching always. I'll see you guys later.
All
See
right,
you.
there you go.
Bye.
Maddie Levine, the best. You ready for this one? G, I think I'm going to do something super cool. Let's see if I can figure this out. Live on air, of course. That's what we do.
That's what the best time to do it.
I know. Oh,
Look at that. Back to my cuddles.
dude, I missed this. Oh my
feels
goodness.
right.
All right. Huh? I
It
know.
just feels right.
It feels right. One thing, so a lot of stuff happened on the first hour I definitely want to talk to you about, but probably the biggest and what you just heard me and Maddie talk about. Are you a Thanksgiving-y person? I know, from Canada, but I know you lived in Florida for a long time. Do you do Thanksgiving? Do you go to a family's house? What do you do on Thursday?
This year, yes. It depends if there's a fight camp or not.
Good point. No fight.
Yeah.
No,
So literally, when I told my mom, I'm like, I'm fighting November 9th. She was like, oh, good. You can come home for Thanksgiving and Christmas then. Because I'm like, last year, I think I fought, it was early January. So I was cutting weight all through the holidays. So I was just like, I'm not going to go home. I'm not going to do anything. But this year, I get to celebrate a little bit. What my family does, they do like a little Thanksgiving just with family, small things. But both holidays, Christmas and Thanksgiving, I should be good for.
I thought about that, and I know it's just like a dumb question, but like, do you ever think about you get a fight? I know 99% of the time you get something, Dean texts you, you go, yes, and you just say yes and keep it moving. Do you ever think of like dates? Is there something like, hey, we have a trip planned, or like this, like just dude, Grant is fighting on January 11th, and one of the things we talked about jokingly, he's not doing Christmas this year. Like Christmas is not a thing because when you fight January 11th, December 25th is like the prime. Like that is your best week of training. So like there's no Christmas for Grant this year.
Yeah, no, for me, I'm like, it really is. The second year in fight camp, holidays don't exist anymore.
Yeah.
I think this year was the first year I celebrated my birthday in like a couple years because I was out of fight camp. And it's like, I don't know, I just don't even think about like stuff like Christmas, Thanksgiving. I'm too set on whoever's trying to beat me up in 5 months.
Yeah. Talking about that, did you see the co-main event at UFC Macau?
Oh yeah. Jan was on point. Both the Jans were on point.
Yeah, both the Jans were on point. Gee, we posted about this on Fight Finesse, and I'm not even joking. And there's no, at least on my part, or at least on your part, I believe there's no ill will towards Tabitha, all that, right? She had the worst first round in UFC history. I don't know if you saw, we posted about it. Jan had 24 strikes, kicks, whatever. Tabitha had literally 0 strikes in the whole first round. Not one. They're calling it the worst first round ever.
Yeah, I guess I kind of noticed that during the fight. I never looked at the statistics, but at the first round, I was just like, oh, she's got nothing for her. Like, she literally couldn't touch her. Even the second round, I think it was, she took her down early. Jan just, literally just stood right, like Derek Lewis style, just stood right back up, Yeah, both the girls, I can't remember her name. She fought earlier in the night with the head kick knockout.
So we talked about that earlier. Shin Ming or Shin Shai Ming, the doctor. She's a doctor.
Yeah. I'm like, I was reading all. It said that her parents don't even know she's a UFC fighter.
Doesn't know. Doesn't she like almost didn't want them to know for a long time.
It's crazy. But yeah, both the girls really showed up, man. They beautiful knockout, and then Jan just completely shut out Richie.
Then the third one, I think this is the one that you and I were texting that morning because we it was 6:30, so I knew Jillian was up, so that's why it was a good text. It was the Joker girl who I'm watching the fight, so it's so funny. The other girl, I don't think has a big future in the sport, but like, you know, I can throw. It has a couple submissions, all that. I think she's fine. But the Joker girl, like, was so hyped and like, dude, they were on the broadcast like, oh, biggest star. I'm like, I
think she was a 1,400 favorite. Even it was something crazy. It was like it was definitely above 1,000 that she was a favorite.
Yeah,
that I'm like
got smashed.
Yeah, and even that she looked good in the first round. She just, we were even texting about it. I feel like her offense is good. She looks good when she's on the kill, but it doesn't look. I believe it was Gabriella Fernandez. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna say. Yeah, she didn't look like she was doing too much in the first round, and then once she got that little bit of confidence and kind of just went for it, I feel like Wang Kong didn't know how to handle it. Like she doesn't know how to handle that pressure. She doesn't know how to handle being the nail or the B side. She just likes to be the A side and looks good doing it.
Maybe this is a really dumb question. Do you train that? Do you train being the B side or the nail? Is like, hey, let's see how you deal with you getting into a flurry, or is it just kind of maturing as a fighter? You've been in everything. You've done highs of the highs, lowest of lows, best rounds, worst rounds. Can you train that, or you just have to go through it?
No, I feel like I train it. Every week I usually have 3 sparring days, sorry. And one of them I do with the girls, so then that's a day where I can work my shit. I can work being good at my shit and being the aggressor. And then the second day I always work with the boys, so I can get beat up. I can be the B side. I can know how to get beat up. I can know how to even like get shut down and have to keep on going, be relentless with things. So I'm like, I definitely like to split it up. I remember when I was like, I don't know, 20 years old, 21, coming into ATT, and Amanda Nunes' wife, Nina Ansaroff, or Nina Nunes now, I guess. Nina used to beat my ass like so bad, and I couldn't take her. Like she was just so much more athletic than me on the feet. Her striking was so good. She sat down on her punches hard, and I could not take her down to save my life when I was that age, you know? So it would make my rounds with her like literally just a lose. Like there was no I would go back to the corner with Dean though, and he'd tell me, he's like, these are the rounds we work on your mentality.
Yeah.
You know, these are the rounds that we learn on how to deal with this shit and keep on coming regardless of who's in front of you or what's happening. Because like going back to Wang Kong, like that's what Gabriella Fernandez was able to do. She was able to be like lose a first round and then find it and come back in the second round.
Yeah, that straight left was beautiful. Like she had a couple good weapons. Real quick, we mentioned Thanksgiving, but I didn't ask you the question. What is your go-to? Is there something you're like, oh, Dave, I got to eat this? Like my mom makes this special, or you have to bring something to it. What's your go-to Thanksgiving food?
Because I'm not huge on a lot of Thanksgiving Day food. I don't know. I definitely like the ham always. I love ham.
Maddie said the same answer. That was Maddie's answer. Wow. Okay.
That's about it. Anything else, I'm not a huge Thanksgiving Day food person.
Okay. No, me too. All right, so back to the fights. Oh no, and then Peter Yan. That main event was awesome. Like, was so good. And I don't know about you. We talked about it earlier. I don't know why. And like I said, it was funny. Maddie totally agreed. If you would have guessed any UFC fighter that their son would have came in there, said something nice, and like smiled, Peter Yan would have been my last pick. Like, I just don't see that. He's such a machine, a robotic. Like, I thought, like, I like Peter Yan so much more than I did because, like, for one, the fight was amazing, so good, grappling, striking, defense, offense, everything. And then his son going in there, rooting for him, and like you can see Peter smiled. It was just like, dude, this is a guy. This is a dude. I loved it.
So from both parts, like Figueiredo too looked absolutely like both guys look that fight was great because of both fighters. You know, they were both very high level. It was beautiful fight to watch, very entertaining, and it's funny you say that because literally the week before I saw a interview of Peter Yan, and he was talking about his last loss, I believe. And an interviewer asked her like what his son thought of it, and he was like, "Yeah, my son came up to me and said, 'Brother, what the fuck?'" And then I saw his son on TV, and that was the first time I saw him, like ever. And I was like, so that's the kid who was like, "Brother, what the fuck?"
We're cutting that into a clip. You can get that on Fight Bananas official on IG very soon. Talking about a clip, dude, there was a clip. I don't know how Fight Bananas got it. I'm still very upset about this, G. But a clip got posted last night about a fight. Would you fight a UFC fighter? Somehow they had our. We were just, I thought we were playing. You took it super serious and you were like, top 10, you were trying to submit me very early, but whatever. But I guess that clip went really well. I guess we're over 200,000 views on IG and Facebook alone. So shout out to everyone that liked that clip. But I told people earlier, I was like, maybe there might be a new clip in the works. Maybe someone has to take a trip down to the goat shed in South Florida in the near future. So we'll see if it happens. We'll see.
The cage is waiting for you.
There you go. Talking about the goat shed cage. We had earlier, I had no idea she trained at GOAT and trained with you. She talked about you earlier. We had Jade on earlier on the show, the Karate Combat, from France. Dude, super nice, very well spoken. How long have you been training with Jade, and how's that go? How's that like?
So it's probably been about I want to say 6 months to a year, maybe. She's been kind of in and out of Goat Shed. Her boyfriend currently trains at Goat Shed. He just got signed to the UFC, Alberto Montes.
Okay, cool.
So,
cool. Love it.
Alberto trains with us full time. Jade is kind of back and forth between us and France.
Yeah.
So, probably within the last 6 months to a year, she's kind of started going back and forth with us.
And I just hear she's blazing fast kickboxing skills. That's the gist, right?
I'm she's a firefight on the feet, regardless. She's going to come at you and she's going to try to kill you on the feet every single time.
Do you know why? Is it a visa thing or a family thing that she's back in France, back and forth? Is it maybe she's not ready for make the move full time? Do you know?
I'm not 100% sure. I know that she was looking at fight opportunities in France as well. So she was dealing with both. She was previously fighting for Combate too. So I think that prompted the initial move to Miami, or the initial come to Miami.
Sure.
So I think she's just kind of been in between both right now. I'm not really sure the specific reason though.
Okay, very cool. Well, we'll kind of end on this kind of fun thing. Someone gave this to Fight Bananas, and I've been having this idea for a while, but I think I'm going to do it, especially if I do come down there in the next couple of weeks. So someone, really cool guy to Fight Bananas, donated a Johnny Walker signed UFC glove. We're going to give this away. We love doing giveaways. All you have to do is sub the YouTube channel. We're going to give this away. G, what I want to do is I want to get a couple of gloves, UFC gloves. And if you're cool, have you sign them. We'll do giveaways for our YouTube channel. Then 2 things came in the mail last couple of days. Are you do you collect anything of yourself? Do you have any stuff like this?
No, I've been sent a bunch of those just to sign them and things, but I've never collected them.
Really? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
But I do have the gloves from my last fight, and if you need something.
Dude. You're the best. It's so funny you said that because I showed this. So Felicia, when she fought Cyborg, that incredible fight in Toronto, I think it was in Toronto.
Yeah, it was actually in Edmonton because I was on the card.
You were there, right?
Yeah, I was there.
Yeah. So these were the gloves. There's blood on them and everything. Cyborg blood. She gave those to us years ago. That'd be sick, G.
Yeah, of course.
Look at that. Cool. All right. That's the best ending ever. I don't think I got nothing else for you. Ian Gary and Shavkat, I guess. I don't know. That fight is awesome. That should be the main event. It's wild. I have Shavkat. You have Shavkat or Ian Gary?
Yeah, I think I have Shavkat for this one.
Okay.
I do like this matchup a lot, though. I'm very interested in it, and I was also interested though in the original matchup they had too with Buckley and Gary. I thought that was an interesting one too. But I think Shavkat it's definitely a big step up for him.
It's the best fight of the year left. Shavkat versus Ian Gary. And you're right. I think it's a step up for Ian as well. Like Ian was close in there, but like Shavkat to me is I don't think Ian Gary has fought a finisher like Shavkat yet. Mm-hmm. Like he's fought good guys, but not killers, if that makes sense. I just think he's got to be defensively respective of Shavkat, or he will just get murdered. Like it will happen. So I think that's a big, big fight. And then it's funny you mentioned that Buckley turns into Covington now. It's crazy. It's in Tampa, Florida. By the way, are you going to that fight? By the way,
yeah, I was planning to.
Okay, and then also. I'm talking to Karate Combat, and we just talked to Jade. You know, they're fighting in Miami on December 19th. Are you going to that?
Probably too.
Okay, there you go. I think I'm going to that one. I think I'm going. I'm talking with Karate Combat people, so I think I'm going to that one as well. So I'm pumped. Dude, big end of the year.
Maybe that's when the rematch happens.
Stop. In the pit?
We could do it Karate Combat.
All right. I'm ending this conversation in literally a minute. I'm making some texts. I think you know some people at Karate Combat too. I think that's what we do. I think it's a Karate Combat rematch.
Yeah, I got to make it official.
Dude, they have that the influencer thing? We can do one of those.
The influencer fight league.
Oh my goodness. What am I doing? But hey, you can't submit me. There's no submissions.
Yeah. So that makes it fair, right?
No, not at all. You would. One leg kick from you, I would melt. You gave me like a 20% leg kick, and I think my leg still hurts from 3 years ago. So I know that wouldn't help. Guys, the absolute best. Follow her on IG, Savage_UFC. Anything else, G? I think we killed it.
Yeah, I think that's about it.
I love it. The background's different. Guys, Gillian Savage Robertson, she's going to enjoy the holidays with family and loved ones. We will too. Like I said, we're going to try to connect in the next couple of weeks. We got Karate Combat in Miami, but we are done. We'll see everyone later. Have a good, happy Thanksgiving. Later, G.
We'll see you.
Later. All right, guys. Thank you so much. We are thankful for you. Have a great day, and we'll see everyone next week.